Short legs are not a flaw, but ignoring how clothing interacts with your proportions, that is a mistake. And most men make it every single day without even realizing it. There are specific things you can put on your body that will visually shrink your legs. And once you know what they are, you will never look at your wardrobe the same way again. Here is the truth. Your body has a natural dividing line. Every outfit creates it whether you want it to or not. Think of it as an invisible horizontal cut that separates your upper body from your lower body. Where that line sits determines everything. Push it lower and your legs look shorter. Raise it higher and your legs appear longer. It is that simple. And every single tip in this video connects back to that one principle. So let us start at the top and work our way down. The first thing you need to stop wearing if you have short legs is low-rise pants. Low-rise pants pull that dividing line down toward your hips, sometimes even lower. And when that happens, your legs have almost no visual length to work with. You are cutting yourself off at the worst possible point. Mid-rise and high-rise pants fix this immediately. They push the waistline up, they raise that dividing line, and your legs suddenly have more room to breathe. This single adjustment alone will change how your proportions read on a daily basis. The good news is that low-rise is not a dominant trend right now. So if you are shopping at most mainstream stores, you will naturally find mid and high-rise options without having to hunt for them. The second thing to remove from your rotation is the belt. Now this one is going to frustrate some of you, and I understand that, but hear it out. A belt draws the eye directly to that dividing line. It underlines it. It makes the separation between your top and bottom half even more obvious, which is the exact opposite of what you want. If you genuinely need a belt or you simply like the look of one, go slim. A thin, understated belt causes far less visual disruption than a thick, chunky one. But if you can skip it entirely, your proportions will thank you. Third, and minimalists are going to love this one. Stop creating heavy contrast between your top and bottom half. A white shirt with dark navy trousers, a bright jacket over black jeans. These high contrast combinations cut your body in half visually. They create a hard stop right at the waist, and the eye immediately notices the separation. What you want instead is a smooth, continuous flow from top to bottom. Tonal dressing, same color family, similar shades. These approaches allow the eye to travel the full length of your body without hitting a wall. And when the eye moves freely from your shoulders all the way down, the entire silhouette reads as longer and more proportionate. This is not about dressing boring. This is about dressing smart. And that distinction matters. At Become a Gentleman, the whole point is understanding why clothes work, not just copying what looks good on someone else's body. Now we are about to get into the three most overlooked pant-related mistakes men with short legs make, and one of them almost nobody talks about. Let us talk about your pants, because this is where most men with short legs lose the battle before they even leave the house. The fourth thing to avoid is baggy and wide leg pants. Relaxed fits, loose trousers, wide leg cuts. All of them add bulk and width to the lower half of your body. And when you add width to something that is already short, it does not just look wide, it looks shorter. The eye reads mass, not length. Now, if you genuinely love a relaxed silhouette and you feel confident in it, that conversation is between you and your mirror. Confidence matters. But if you are trying to make your legs read longer and more proportionate, a cleaner and more tapered fit through the leg is going to serve you significantly better every single time. Fifth, cropped pants. This one is a hard conversation for some men because cropped trousers became very popular and a lot of guys got attached to that look. But here is what is actually happening when you wear them. The pant ends above the shoe, which creates a visible gap between the fabric and the top of your foot. That gap is a visual full stop. The eye lands there and the leg appears to end prematurely. You want your trousers to finish at the shoe. Anywhere from a clean break to a full break works depending on the trouser. However, there is one important exception to this rule. If you are wearing boots, the cropped length actually works in your favor. Why? Because the boot fills that gap. There is no visual separation. The leg flows directly into the boot and the silhouette stays clean and continuous. A tapered cropped trouser with a black boot is actually one of the better combinations a shorter man can wear. Sixth, excessive stacking at the shoe. This is the opposite problem. Too much fabric bunching and pooling on top of your shoe weighs the entire look down. It creates a heavy visual anchor at the very bottom of your outfit. And when your eye lands on something heavy at the bottom, the legs above it look compressed. You want the hem to sit cleanly. Anywhere up to a full break is completely fine. What you are avoiding is fabric stacking on top of itself and dragging the whole silhouette downward. Notice the pattern across all three of these. Cropped gaps, excessive stacking, and wide, bulky fits all do the same thing. They give the eye a reason to stop moving. And when the eye stops, the leg looks shorter. Your job with every outfit is to keep the eye moving. Upward, continuously, without interruption. There is one more major mistake that most men never even consider, and it has nothing to do with your pants. The final mistake is one that almost nobody talks about, and it lives in your outerwear. Mid-length jackets and coats are doing serious damage to your proportions, and most men have no idea. We are talking about pea coats, short overcoats, anything that ends around mid to upper thigh. These lengths hit your body at the single worst possible point. They chop your legs off at the thigh, leaving only a small fraction of your lower half visible beneath the coat. And that small fraction, it looks tiny. The coat does not just cover your torso, it visually consumes your legs. So what do you wear instead? You have two options and both of them work. The first is a short jacket that ends around the hip. This length exposes the full length of your leg and allows the eye to travel downward without interruption. If you want to be more deliberate about it, you can go slightly cropped, above the hip, which plays directly into a proportion principle called the 2/3, 1/3 rule. When roughly 2/3 of your visible body is leg, the silhouette reads as tall and well-proportioned. It is a more fashion-forward look, but the visual impact is undeniable. The second option is a genuinely long coat. And when we say long, we mean it. Knee length, not mid-thigh, not just below the hip, knee level. Here is why this works. A long coat does not expose a small, awkward portion of your leg. It covers almost everything and creates one long, unbroken vertical line from your shoulders to your knees. The eye reads that line as height. It is clean, it is sharp, and it works exceptionally well for shorter men. Just be careful not to go too long. If the coat drops past the knee significantly, it will overwhelm your frame, and the effect reverses entirely. The mid-length is the enemy. Too short to create that strong vertical line. Too long to expose enough leg. It sits in a dead zone that flatters almost no one with shorter legs. Now step back and look at everything covered in this video as one complete system. Raise the dividing line with your waistband. Eliminate the visual breaks with your color choices. Clean up the silhouette through your trouser fit and length. And frame the entire outfit with outerwear that either exposes your full leg or creates a commanding vertical line. Every single adjustment points toward the same outcome: a longer, leaner, more proportionate appearance. Style is not about your height, it is not about your leg length. It is about understanding how the eye reads a silhouette and making deliberate choices that work in your favor. That is what Become a Gentleman is built on. If this gave you a new way of looking at your wardrobe, hit subscribe and leave a comment below telling us your biggest proportion challenge. We read every single one.